Hey everybody, it's Ben Capozzi with Broad Shoulders Farm. It's Tuesday, April 22nd. No, 21st. 21st, yeah, it's the day after Earth Day. Happy Earth Day. Elise and I moved the birds this morning. It's been 2 weeks and a day since we moved them last, so they were overdue. We try and do it every 2 weeks. But I just wanted to walk through where everybody is now with you guys and just talk a little bit about more kind of observations about our pasturing our birds and more options for the orchard and stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff going on right now, so I'm gonna share. So here we go. Let me flip the camera around. So I scooched over the the feed cans, and the American flock was the first one that I moved today. I just brought them this way about 50 or 60 feet. So they are in here right now. This is a fresh spot for them. Marshmallow here is working around my wonderful Gala apple tree. Probably gonna need to protect that before the 2 weeks are up because they will do a real number on it. But this is the English speaking breeds, colonial breeds flock, and they're doing great. As you can see, they've got food and water over there. It's all fresh. They've been out here for about an hour. And I mean, just boom, they are not interested really in that over there. They're interested in seeing what's out here in their new environment. Look at them, they're wandering around like little predators because that's what they are. Chickens are awesome. They are naturally curious. They are wonderful companions and very industrious workers. They are busting this sod up for me, breaking it down, eating bugs, finding worms, dumping loads of fertility. Holy mackerel. I think in each group there was at least 1 or 2 broody hens that, I mean, we collect eggs every day, but they've been holding on to their dumps for a while, it seems, and God, they come out and drop these like egg or golf ball sized turds. It's incredible. But anyhow, so yeah, they're just working away. I was going to get this whole kind of section here, wanted the birds to take it all down and maybe plant some kale or some kind of, just sacrificial crop for the birds to eat throughout the year. And my hope long term was that we would actually put up a high tunnel here and have an indoor production tent for greens. But the more I've been out here working, the more I'm thinking that no, I want to make this more part of their pasture. I'd kind of been using the surviving trees there, and that tree line is where kind of the orchard started, but no, we're gonna go full tilt. I'm gonna claim all of this as part of the orchard. Over here is where these English speaking breeds were. They were here for 2 weeks, and it used to look like this. It used to look like this. Now it looks like this. They've beat it all down. They've dumped a load of fertility. I should probably come and scoop this up and just start a compost pile for all this stuff. But they've done a great job knocking this down. The really tall grass, they don't nosh on it quite so much. Look at that little duckling. Where'd you go? Scotia's out here with her 11 kids. Who knows how many are with her actually. And then there's probably the daddy, that's Bosley. The dad is either Bosley or Ducky, so anyhow. But yeah, this is where they were. This is where their feed pans were on the pallet that I put their feed on. But that's the Americans and or the English-speaking breeds. And then yesterday we had some visitors to the farm, some friends of my father-in-law. It was rainy and they wanted to go into the woods looking for morels or morels, those very ephemeral mushrooms. And I kind of went with them a little bit back in that corner, and I hadn't really gone back there. I hardly ever go into the woods. I hardly ever go over the tree line, but I walked back there and I saw that there's a bunch of really nice kind of glades that open up in there. I saw that the bases of these 3 chestnut trees here are actually much more accessible than I thought. There's some broken down cow fence kind of that comes in and out there, but it really gave me the idea that, I want to start pushing the flocks towards the tree line here. And this is a risky endeavor. You can see them here now. The Mediterranean breeds are there. The European breeds are here. Well, Mediterranean, Pacific Rim, and then these are mostly French, German, and Scandinavian countries. But it's kind of a risky prospect because the closer you are to the woods, the closer you are to any predators having a lot more cover to get closer to the flock. So it's a danger. And I'm a little apprehensive because that our chickens are, they're not just livestock to us, they are real farm partners, and they're a lot closer to pets for us. So I have some apprehension about it, but I need them to do their job, and they're gonna work here just like I am. And I mean, they're already going to town. I really wanted to get this group under this pear tree. Last year, for some reason, I noticed this pear tree after it was already pretty much it had senesced. It had already gone through everything, and I don't recall seeing any pears. But this year, that's not going to happen. I mean, it is loaded already. You can see it's loaded up with pears. I don't know if they're really good pears or really bad pears. It being this close to the tree line of the forest, I doubt it was a tree that was planted by Grandpa Ralph, my wife's grandfather. I don't think he planted it. It's probably much more like an escapee. So, it could be a natural hybrid with, who knows what else is out there. If you remember some of my other videos, way over there on that corner of the farm, there is like an 80-year-old, probably 40 or 50 foot tall pear tree that still had pears on it in January, and they were delicious. They were rounds. It was more like an Asian pear than a traditional European pear. But that's another one, just kind of some sort of volunteer wild escapee pear that is absolutely delicious and produces really late pears. So I don't know anything about this one other than it seems to be productive, but I am curious as all get out to see what kind of pears it's producing. And the degree to which the chickens can get in here, I mean, they're already starting to knock all this back. I mean, right? Like, look, the base of this tree in a day or two is going to be completely clear. And I can come in here and add comfrey or plant some river locust, something to add nitrogen to it, plant in some bee balm, some shade tolerant insectary plants, add mint, add ever, and start to actually gild this tree up and help it out. Seems to be doing quite well, but in a lot of ways it's also, thanks Guy, it's also not doing well. It's got a huge hole there at the base. This whole trunk here is dead. It terminates right up here, about 10 feet up, 10, 12 feet up. And there's a hackberry growing into it or together with it. So I don't know how much longer this pear's got. It's probably got several decades, but I want to see what these pears are like, and if they're any good, I'm going to take scionwood and graft them next year. But yeah, look at little Hamburg's got a little hole in there. Some mating action over there. That was good. Johan actually broke it up, and then Fletcher was right behind. That's good. These little whiting true blue guys are amorous as all get out. Maybe a little too amorous, but I'm pretty pleased with Fletcher. Hey, Guy. Fletcher's a French La Flèche, an old heritage breed. The Hamburgs are in here doing their 1-2 step. Do it, girl. Oh my God, they're adorable. Little Wyandotte in here. But as you can see, I've pushed the flock right up to the line here. I mowed a little swath, and like I said, I'm going to be concerned. I already have seen, look right here. There's a little trail for some woodland critters coming through here. Now at night, mostly I see rabbits. I know that we have raccoons around here. I know that we have possums around here. At night, the fence electric gets turned on. And of course the birds all go into their house, and I feel like their house is pretty bulletproof. But, still, I'm apprehensive. I mean, there could be foxes out here. I know we have a groundhog who lives up there under the old chicken house. But, so we're going to see. We're going to try and do a 2-week stint here. I've discovered some sort of wild rose up here. Maybe it's Rosa rugosa. I'm not sure. It's not particularly thorny, but I'm pretty sure that's something in the rose family. So we'll see how that goes. There are some black locust seedlings that I'm going to hopefully dig up and replant as part of a coppicing operation. Yeah, like right there's a black locust. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. It rained yesterday, but raining is a good day to dig stuff up because the ground is nice and soft. But see what I was saying? How about nice little kind of glades or glens, whatever it is, open up here as you go into the woods. This could be turned into a really primo area for the birds to continue to do their work. So it's a little wild, but this is a good direction to expand. Go down here, start thinking about timber production, firewood, forest edibles, mushrooms. I would love to get some mushrooms going down here. So this is kind of the first step. Moving this way, there's a nice hackberry tree here. Another locust. The Mediterranean and Pacific Rim breeds flock going to work in here. You know, there's a lot of this Japanese honeysuckle. I don't think they eat it, but they definitely knock it back, which is greatly appreciated. And I see vetch. Right. Vetch is already naturalized in here, so that's good. I also see poison ivy in here, which is not appreciated. But I don't think there's that one. It's like a poison ivy tree. But so this is everybody's spot for the next 2 weeks. Hey pouches, how you doing? And so far so good. You know, obviously just been in here a few hours, but they're happy. They're always happy to be out on in a new space. You know, I'm probably not accurate when I say this is fresh pasture. I'm probably not textbook definition of pasture, but you all know what I mean when I'm talking about them going into a new space. We have lots and lots of hackberry trees around here, and I don't know if the chickens are interested in their fruit or not. It's a very thin skin of fruit pulp over top of just a giant pit. But I'll have more to say about hackberries in another video because we're getting ready to experiment with something really cool, I think, here. But now the Mediterranean group was here. They're here behind me now. We just looked at them. So I'm going to go in here and I will start sowing fresh clover. I can add some more trees in here now. I've got a Hansen's bush cherry there that's getting ready to come up. It looks like the hazelnuts that I got from Tractor Supply, at least this one, is, I'm thinking it's never coming out of dormancy. It looks pretty dry. I think it's dead. I think that one over there is dead too, so I'll have to replace those with additional hazelnuts. I'd love it if I could get some pawpaws to go in here, but it's a little late in the season for me to find some pawpaws. But pawpaws do really well with the black walnut. Lots of trees will tolerate it. Lots of trees can't tolerate it, but there are a few that actually thrive around it. And elderberry and pawpaw are a couple that genuinely seem to do well around black locust. So I would love to get some planted in there. I've definitely got some elderberry cuttings I can add in here. Huh. Sorry, I'd never really noticed walnut, what is that, catkins or whatever it is that they put out for their pollen and everything. It's kind of cool, sorry. But yeah, the Mediterranean kids dumped all this here. That's where their feed pallet was. You can see corn sprouting and all that. But I'll come in here and start planting some more things, definitely add some additional trees, and that's basically how it goes. If you watched other videos, the birds are in an area, they move to a new area. They won't be back here for many, many weeks. Hopefully, I'm trying to get the whole orchard and paddocks worked out to where they're never in the same place within a year. That may be ambitious, but maybe they're never in the same place more than 2 or 3 times a year, which I think is pretty good. But yeah, now that these guys have cleared out here, I can come in and start getting more trees in here, and I've always got trees and berries and grapes and stuff to plant. But that's where we are right now. I am gonna hop in the car and drive back down to the house, grab a quick bite to eat, and then come back up here and get on with the rest of the work of the day. But the flocks are moved. Hey Java, they will be here for 2 weeks. So what is that? The beginning of the 2nd week in May. It should be about time to move them. All right. Hope you're all having a great day. Everybody, please stay safe in these very trying times. But just be smart and be mindful of yourself and others. All right. Have a great day. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.